But I just wanted to show you when I said things are much worse. Here's an example. This is one big massive block. Good day everyone, welcome to Canada. Despite what you might hear, it's actually really hot. Anyways, there's my lawn tractor. This is what we're talking about today. I picked this up at, a hardware store. It's called a Pro Lift. It's for lifting up your lawnmower or your lawn tractor, whatever. That's the idea there. Anyways, it lifts it almost 2 feet apparently. And it would be good to get underneath, to look at the deck, to clean it out. Basically, I'm looking more about cleaning stuff under there. And plus, if I have to take the blades off, it'll be handy. But yeah, so I don't know, they have a website here, proliftproducts.com. The model is T5300E, and we're going to give this a go. It says it fits any mower with a 41 3/8 front wheel span. So I don't know, we'll give it a try, see what happens. So we're going to put this together, see if it works well, give you my thoughts and opinions. What else do they have here? Dual purpose, yeah, lawnmower lift, 2 feet, routine maintenance and job cleaning, constructed from welded steel, universal design to lift most lawnmower models. And apparently I've heard it will also lift the front end of like a four-wheeler or something. Four-wheelers are usually like 300 to 500 pounds, so it's only lifting half of it, so it should be adequate if it can lift 300 pounds. So anyways, that's going to be the lawn tractor. We'll try this on, and let's take this apart. Oh, wait, one more thing. Of course, did I say made in China? Warning, cancer and reproductive harm. Well, isn't that nice to know? But anyways, I guess everything causes that issue nowadays. What can you do? Okay, let's get this out of the box and start putting it together. I'll speed up the video so you're not get too bored. If there's any issue, I'll slow it down and show you. Okay. All right, so this is the unboxing. Let's get her out. And by the way, no one pays me for this stuff. This is not a biased review. I just get stuff and I tell you what it is and my thoughts. So there you have it. Okay, so one thing just right off the start here, everything, you don't get a bag of bolts and nuts and everything. Everything's set up ready to go. It has pins. There are a few bolts and nuts, but they're already in place. You just have to remove them, then put them back in. So that's a plus. There's not a bag of material or hardware. It's all sort of in place, ready to go. So as far as the instructions go, we need to insert this first. This is called the lift bracket, and so we have to take these pins out. You're going to need a pair of pliers for that. It does have little washers on, so when we put the pins back, or when we put this together, make sure the washers are here on the pin side. And so let's get this in place. Okay, so just a quick look. Of course, this is the side that lifts the tractor. As we come over here, the next thing we need to do is to install this, it's called like a jack bottle, and it's going to sit here. And the only thing to remember when you install this, it has to go this way, because this is where you release the pressure or seal it so you can jack it up. So this has to be pointing out away from where the actual lift occurs on the tires. And it's just going to sit here. And in order to do that, of course, like I said, they have the nuts and bolts in place. There's lock washers here, don't lose those. And I'm just going to rotate this up so we can install this, the jack portion. And what I noticed right away, for some odd reason, they decided to go with, I guess, Allen wrenches. This is a number 5. You're gonna need one of those probably. It depends on the tightening. With these lock washers, you may or may not need the Allen wrench, but we'll find out in a second. So I'm just gonna take these out, set them here. This is why they used a round head. Now it makes sense, because a nut, if you put a nut on this side, it interferes with the bracing. So, all right, I guess that makes sense now. I was a little bit critical there at the start, but let's get this started. So we'll put it this way, the lock washer on, get that nut started. Okay, so what we need to do now, on the end of the jack here, there's a hole for this pin here to go in. So you're going to have to, again, use your pliers. Take the lock pin out. Slide that back. Now you're going to notice that it's too low, so you have to jack it up a tiny bit. So just make sure you turn this clockwise so it's locked, so you can apply pressure and just, you know, slowly raise the jack up here, just like this. Almost there. Get it lined up. And make sure you put the pin back in. Okay, so the next step, I put one of these on. These are called wheel baskets. Here's the other one I'm going to put on. Now these go on a certain way. As you can see, there's an angle here. So that's designed to rest on the ground at an angle, like that. So that's how it goes on. And this rod or pin or whatever you want to call it. Now, if you're lifting the front of your lawn tractor, you would have this in place because the tires are small. Now you can lift up the rear of the tractor also, but you want to remove this so that the tire will fit in to the basket nicely. So very easy to put on. We'll just take out this bolt here, slide this in place, and these are 17 mil both sides. So just get the bolt in place. That's on there, good. All right, let's move on to the next step. Okay, the next item, this is the yoke handle assembly, as it's called in the book. So basically we need to attach this to here, take off the nuts, and this segment here should be located upwards, and we'll just insert these and attach the nuts. Okay, we're on the home stretch. Now this is the foot pedal to pump up the jack. It just slides right in here. There's a little screw hole there. It's a Phillips. And so, yeah, I mean, once we get this in here, then we'll be able to do some demos, show you how this thing works. But anyways, let's get that in. quick test here. Seems operational. Good stuff. Let's try it on the lawn tractor. Okay, here we go. This is probably the most important part of this entire video. Is how to use this thing, how to operate it. First of all, if you notice that it's up off the ground, that means you have to release the pressure in the jack. And secondly, I found that these pins that were in here before, even for my small lawn tractor, remove those. And secondly, this is the foot pedal. This becomes self-explanatory in a second, but this needs to be locked down initially. And what you need to do, first of all, let's release the pressure. Now it's not very tight, so I can move it, turn it by hand. And what that did, and this is important, is that now this should be, it's no longer locked into this holder here, because it needs to move as we jack it up. So all I'm going to do now is move the lawn tractor into place, just drive the tires into here, and then I'll show you the rest, and we'll jack it up, and then I'll show you how to properly bring it down again. Okay, another handy thing here is actually on the lift, the wheel lifts. They have some instructions too. So for lifting, it says 1, drive mower onto wheel brackets. 2, tighten release knob and engage locking levers. And 3, pump to desired height. The locking lever again are these levers here. So make sure it's free and it rides along and it clicks. I'll show you as I jack it up. Then on the other tire they have instructions how to bring it down, but let's just stick to this jacking it up right now, and I'll get set up here just to show you. So here we go. Okay, so we have the wheels into the brackets, and you want to turn this clockwise to tighten it up. That's so we can jack up the machine. Now, one thing they don't mention, which I found, is put the handle in here, hold the handle as you're jacking it. Like, put a little bit of downward force on it and start jacking it up. And when they're talking about the locking levers, I'm going to show you as soon as one clicks in. Well, the first one clicked in. I'll just go to the second, and then I'll zoom in for you. So basically, it's important right here that this is moving freely and it's locking down into place. And then once we get it jacked up, we'll make sure it's in place on the very last lock, or however high you want to do that. So let's keep jacking this up. You'll hear it click in. Listen for that sound. That way you know it's locking in place. That way if the jack fails, it's not gonna fall. And just get it into the final spot here. Once you hear the ding, you're good. Leave everything alone now. So in theory now, you're able to work on the deck underneath. I'll just go back here. As you can see, it really lifted it up nice and high. And I have a lot of grass buildup in there. And I do mulching, so I'm gonna have to do a lot of cleaning under there. It's really built up, and it just reduces the whole efficiency of everything. So that's my goal for today. But let's get into how to lower this now. Again, they have instructions here. If you can't read them, it just says pump, bottle, jack slightly. And I'll explain that in a second. Then disengage locking levers and fix clip in place. And then turn knob slowly to the left. Now, what you need to do when they're talking about the locking lever again. This is the locking lever. Now normally, it just depends, but it is in place. It's not really tight, but sometimes it's really tight. So what you need to do when they say pump the bottle jack slightly, because if it is locked in place really hard, you can't push on this and you'll wreck things if you push on this and it's locked in there. So they just say, well, jack it up slightly so you'd release the pressure if there was pressure. And then what you do, take out your handle. Okay, go like that. It locks these up in place. And very carefully, and keep your distance, very, very carefully and very slowly turn this counterclockwise. And here we go. As I said, it starts moving, sliding forward. And voila. So, there you have it. Okay, just want to show you really quick here. So I mulch, so this is normally the exit chute. So I remove this. Now what I'm showing you here is just, this is just the minor amount of buildup here. It's worse underneath. I was looking, but you know, for the sake of the video, it's tough to show you that. I'm just going to show you. And this really interferes with how efficient the lawn tractor works. Like, there's stuff under there that's like this. So I'm going to go in under there, get this all cleaned out. I mean, that's just nasty. Okay, so I did some cleaning under there. It's looking much better. But I just wanted to show you, when I said things are much worse, here's an example. This is one big massive block of stuff there. It's falling apart now, but isn't that crazy? So yeah, that doesn't make things work all that well. So enjoy. I hope this video was helpful. And if you have any questions, please come back for more. I mean, I can do all kinds of videos. If I take the blades off, sharpen them, I'll show you how to do that. But yeah, I guess so far I'm satisfied with the product. It seems to be working all right. So please give me a thumbs up, like, subscribe. And I don't get paid for these, and it's just my honest opinion. So take care, everyone.